It started.
All right.
So,
Alright.
first episode of the Nerd Table.
Nerd table.
Ha. It's not really.
It's not technically.
It's on a floor right now.
Technically.
Couch, a chair, and a floor.
It's a couch, a couple of chairs, and a floor, but the nerd area.
Nerd. General area.
Obviously referencing to what every high school had. That
us
lunch
geeks.
table
Yeah.
full of nerds.
Where we got the idea for this show.
Not the hardcore nerds, though. Not the guys huddled over their DSs. Every,
Well, I
all
have,
day.
I have a DS.
Well, yeah, you did. You did. You were that guy.
I was that guy.
that guy.
But, whatever.
Yeah.
So, prototype.
So we're gonna review a couple games.
Prototype.
Pretty much the most recent important ones, I guess.
Yeah.
For us was Fuel and Prototype.
Yeah.
So
Which one would we want to
I
start
figure
with?
we'll start with Fuel.
Fuel? Alright,
because-
since that came out earlier.
All right, so I say let's start with the cons, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get those
The
out of
many
the way.
cons.
The many cons.
Okay, it's I'd say probably the biggest thing for me is the collision detection mainly, and then like when you hit stuff, you have a tendency to bounce off things instead of actually like hitting and flipping.
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't have like what we reference to GTA 4 physics.
It really is not GTA 4, and I mean like
Because GTA 4 has probably the best.
it
physics out
really
there
probably
right
does, and
Yeah.
like it has that thing where it's trying to keep you upright the whole time, so like you can't do flips or anything like that.
Yeah.
So even if you like hit a wall and you're going sideways, you just kind of like stay like that.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What a
Just
fool.
making them up.
Well, they can't see your
They don't
hands.
see
They
your
can't see your hands. Try
He's,
real
he's,
hard.
doing, he's doing stuff that you can't see.
I got my hands positioned 3 inches apart.
Yeah.
5 inches off the
It
ground.
would, if you could see him, it'd really explain everything.
It'd be really funny if you could see it. Try. I don't know.
Alright, I didn't
But-
like the career mode. Career mode for me just wasn't fun. I thought it was going to be a lot different. I thought you'd
Yeah,
like
and,
actually...
I mean, like, I didn't think there would be much of a story mode. I thought there
I
might
didn't
have been
think-
a little bit of one.
I didn't think there was going to be any story
but,
at all, personally.
yeah, and
so
I
that
mean,
didn't
I don't
really
think it's
surprise
that
me.
big of a deal though. Like, it doesn't really affect.
I
me.
just don't like the AI. AI is just...
The AI
it's
is
horrible.
Fucking
I
retarded.
I did notice one thing is that the game it doesn't have like rubber band like Mario Kart has, but it's at a length.
Yeah,
Like if
you can...
like if at the beginning of the race you let the first place guys get far ahead, they're gone. Like,
Yeah,
you can never catch up to them.
The harder difficulty doesn't mean that the game's harder. It just means the computers get a better lead at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because, like, the computers start out, like, already at top speed.
Oh, yeah.
You'll swear, like,
And
when you're playing on the hardest, on Legendary, they get, like, 200 meters ahead of you within, like, 5 seconds.
they really do.
It's ridiculous.
And it's that thing, and again, like I said, you have to catch up immediately, or like it's retarded. Like you
Forever
GameSpot
lost.
did the best review for this. Out of all the major reviews, I think GameSpot did the best one. They talked
they
about
did a good one.
if you just stay on the path and you just don't like do anything stupid.
Yeah,
If you just stay on the path,
which is
you'll
which
win
is
every
one
race.
thing you will be tempted so much to go like off road your own way.
And don't.
It will like 90% of the time does not work.
'Cause-
Once in a while, you will get lucky and be like, oh, if I cut real quick between these, it actually does help.
Yeah, if you take like little shortcuts, don't ever go straight
Yeah.
path off roading. It doesn't work.
It does. Because you will do the thing where like, oh, I'm way ahead. It says I'm in first. They're 1,000 meters behind me.
and then
500 meters, 200 meters. What the hell? I'm in last again.
Yeah, because the game does not do a very good job with placement. Like
No.
what place
it-
you're in.
It
It's
does not.
bad.
And then it's really great when you're off road and you crash, and then the GPS resets you. It
To
will
the
reset
track.
you. Yeah, like aim toward the track, but that's always like the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard. When else you have is the top is the north, south, east, and west. So you're suddenly trying to figure out which direction you have to go.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of those games that you will get gamer rage on once in a while. You will sit there and get pretty pissed.
You'll get pissed off. And we haven't even... How far have you gotten in the game?
I think I've beaten like 3 or 4
Of the places?
of the sections.
There's like 16 sections.
and I've beaten
And
like 3 or 4.
You've
and
gotten
I mean,
like... I've gotten through like 3. You've gotten through like 4. John, how many have you done?
Like 2.
Yeah, we're not even like at the halfway point and
Yeah,
we're
I
getting
got
pissed
pissed
off
off
at these
too
races.
quick.
And okay. I think we've said a lot of cons. Let's try and give the game
Let's
some
give
pros.
some credit
Let's
here.
strain for a pro.
Okay, but I will say one thing is that the game does completely capture that feeling of you just want to like get on like a a dirt bike and just like go off for hours
it's
just
fun.
driving.
It's about as fun as you can have for just driving
Yeah.
in nothingness.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really kind of want to almost have, like in
A
GTA, you
sense of,
escape to, kill tons of people and get rid of that kind of anger. In this game, it'd be great if you just want to like calm down but drive real fast.
Yeah, you just want to go drive in the just the country. I suppose.
Yeah, country. It's
Which there is
plenty of.
There's plenty of.
a lot of country.
5,000 square miles.
I mean, I
is
could bring
a
up
lot.
another con, but we're focusing on pros right
We're
now.
trying.
Yeah, I think we did a pro. Just throw a con in.
Yeah,
Alright.
what is it?
There's no. I wanted there to be cities.
Yeah, that is one thing. Is that I thought when they said like
City.
cities,
It was
I
an
thought there
actual
was
city.
actual
Like destroyed buildings. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like-
not just
like
like,
you go in
not just
there-
outposts where people live.
And I know me and John one day we
Went
wanted
to
to
Dust
go
Bowl City.
because you start at near the top left of the map, and we wanted to go to the bottom right, which ended up taking like 3 or 4 different days of
Yeah, dude.
going because you get lost pretty
And
quick
distracted.
and distracted. And
But they're-
on the way, there was this place called Dust Bowl City. And we're like, well, the picture of it is a city, so let's go there. It turns out it's probably like 20 buildings tops.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Not even that big.
yeah. And I mean, I don't know, I mean, you think they could have made at least a couple actual cities.
Yeah, like with the whole area like supposed to be like the actual U.S.
Yeah.
You would think that they'd have like not just every city's wiped off the map. Oh no, there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Yeah. And,
It would have been cool to run through a city.
yeah, it would have. And I mean, because then, you could have had city races, and then that kind
Yeah.
of opens up more room for, like, asphalt vehicles.
Yeah, because there aren't that many actual roads in the game.
No, and I mean,
A lot of them are dirt, and they
a
don't
lot
yeah.
of them are dirt, and
And
I
they
mean
don't
there
work with
there
it.
are some asphalt things, but I'm not gonna lie, the asphalt vehicles pretty much behave the same way on road as off road vehicles do off road. Like you
Yeah.
slide everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of sliding.
Drifting is the name of the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it really is.
Yeah.
And it's a rare time where you'll actually go into a corner and just straight turn.
Yeah,
through
you don't really turn on even on pavement. You don't. There are
Yeah.
a couple of vehicles that you do.
There are, and a lot of them are like motorcycles.
If you get a lot of handling, yeah, motorcycles do turn. Actually, they don't slide around, but
Yeah.
there are like 2 or 3 vehicles so far that we've gotten that actually turn.
Yeah,
And that's another thing that's really good about the game is they have like 75 vehicles,
they do have a lot. I will give it to them.
and they're all different.
They are
They're not
very
like
different.
they're not Burnout Paradise vehicles that are like
Yeah, where it's like it's basically
Like the same
35
car.
vehicles, but then they double it just by like changing 1 or 2 stats. I mean,
Yeah.
like they really
And
are
the spoiler.
different.
they all
Yeah.
look different. They're not just
Yeah.
like the one vehicle. Oh, but it has a new paint job.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Sweet,
Oh,
rock
it's
on.
different.
Yeah, it's a different vehicle.
Also,
No, it
Makes it
isn't.
faster.
It's a different paint
Sweet.
job.
By 1 peg though.
Half pig.
Yeah. And but yeah, and I mean, you will kind of get caught up by like buying a bunch of vehicles. Like, oh, you got this. Oh, I got this. Oh, that's cool. Let me try and get this. And
Yeah.
it is fun to do that. And